If you've been on the internet lately, you've probably seen this.
The National Association of Realtors, which represents more than 1 million realtors, settled a landmark antitrust lawsuit today.
I keep seeing commissions are going to be slashed and commissions are going to be cut.
What it boils down to is just a bunch of people that take your money and you pay a bunch of fees every year and you look for the value they provide. And to me personally, they haven't provided a ton of value.
What do you mean you don't need agents? No way. What?
Ugh. Okay. Are real estate agents really a scam, or does the internet just love a good conspiracy theory?
So let's set the record straight. Today, we're actually going to break it down. We're going to talk about the history of the real estate agent, why people don't trust us, what you should be looking for in a real estate agent, and despite what social media and the internet says, are real estate agents still important? In today's video, we're gonna ask, do you still really need an agent? This is Love and Real Estate.
Hey, we're the Doppos. We're married, have a family, and run a company together. We help people every day figure out this really hard and expensive thing called real estate and home ownership. Honestly, it's because buying a home was hard for us, so we became big nerds about it and wanted to explore everything about real estate and finance and how it all works. So let's see what we can learn today. To understand the real estate agent we have today, we have to talk about how this all got started. So let's take it all the way back to ancient history. Real estate transactions have existed for thousands of years in ancient Egypt, Babylon, Rome. Land deals were handled by fiduciaries, trusted advisors who ensured transactions were fair. Fast forward to late 1800s in the US, and real estate was still like the Wild Wild West. No regulations, no licensing, just handshakes and a little bit of hope. Now, it wasn't until 1908 that the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, was founded to create ethical standards and professionalism in the industry. Simple as that. Real estate professionals, or fiduciaries, have been around for a very long time.
So, real estate agents were created to help people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then how did we get this bad rep?
You know, honestly, it's really bad. Like some people have had such bad experiences that they even compare us to that of a used car salesman. No shade to used car salesmen, of course. We appreciate you. But in order for us to really understand, we have to fast forward to the current day.
Fast forward to today, and well, some real estate agents don't exactly have the best reputation.
The National Association of Realtors liable for artificially inflating commissions and awarded plaintiffs
National Association of Realtors announced today a settlement with groups of home sellers agreeing to.
The National Association of Realtors agreed to pay $418 million in damages.
All right, so the NAR class action lawsuit, let's talk about it now that we can. So recently, the National Association of Realtors had a massive lawsuit, and it was around commissions and how commissions were structured. Now let's set the record straight that commissions were never truly built into the price of the home. There was a conversation and negotiation that was always available between seller and agent to be able to negotiate. However, that misconception is what led to this lawsuit. So what was the big problem? What broke us?
The problem is that, I would say, is that commissions felt standardized, right? Which means that they were traditionally structured in a way where agents couldn't demonstrate their value, right? So the seller and buyer were asking themselves, like, where's all my money going? Just trust me.
Why?
Don't worry about that. Just go and trust me. We got that. And that transparency is what caused people to realize, well, if I'm doing the bare minimum, why should I be compensated this way versus somebody else who's actually bringing value and doing all the work?
And honestly, let's be real. Some, not all, some very small population we're actually being a little shady. But here's something that no one really talks about. How easy it is to enter into our industry, turning real estate into a money grab. And I think it's just because the bar is so low.
Yeah, the bar is so low. I'm talking about a few weeks of classes across most states in the US. You take an exam and boom, you're licensed.
Yeah, let the money rain.
No, helping somebody with the most important acquisition and liquidation of their asset, that's important.
Which means we have a lot of people that enter into our industry who care more about the money and not actually helping people. They're just trying to get a quick buck. Like those individuals who sell those online courses.
Yo, it's your girl, Six Figure Sally. Yo, you trying to get to 6 figures in 6 months? Yo, you trying to be like me? Buy my online course, 6 figures, 6 months. Because I was flipping burgers and now I'm flipping these houses. You know what I'm saying? Real estate changed my life, yo.
So social media and all the different reality shows, right, make it look like it's the fastest way to make money. Like you don't ever have to work a 9-to-5 job ever again.
But here's the truth. Come with me. Yeah, baby, on board. 1 second. Okay. All right, the actual statistics on how much money real estate professional makes. Number one, 87% of real estate professionals actually leave the industry and fail within the first year. There's your receipt. Number two, the average real estate professionals that do stay in make on average $49,900. There's your receipt. This is not me. These are the real deal. And then number three, the average real estate professional that does stay in the industry sells anywhere from 3 to 5 homes a year. In comparison to, for instance, like a top performer like the Dapo Group, we sell this many a year. Those are the facts.
Wait. Are you telling me that most agents are not making 6 figures a year?
No, they're not. See, I'm gonna get on my high horse. Okay. You have to have a heart of service to be in this industry. You genuinely have to care about people. This is someone's home. This is their home. They are not commission. They are not dollars. They are stories, people, and reasons that they are moving. And so the people who do well put people before commissions. Because if you put people before the commissions will come. Simple as that. So yes, there are some people who have these great and big organizations, but I bet you, and I know a lot of them because I run a large organization. We run a large organization. They all have the same thing in mind. How can I make my processes better for my customer?
So in any industry, you have good agents and you have bad agents. And unfortunately, the media makes it seem like it's a money printing machine. And going back to Amanda's core, if you have a heart of service, you will do well. If you put the customer first, you do well.
Okay. So we've discussed how much real estate professionals make. Now let's talk about what's the big disconnect between real estate professional and customer. Well, it breaks down to about 4 key issues.
Oh, you guys almost caught me by surprise there. So we're going to talk about the 4 complaints, right? The first is poor communication. So that means that they don't respond back to text, emails, phone calls, nothing. This is AD, real estate professional. How can I help you today? You want to see homes at 5 o'clock today? Yeah, 5 p.m. works. That should not be a problem. All right, see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Hey, this is AD with Insurance & Co. How are you today? When do you need the quote by? 5 p.m. today? Yeah, I could do that. That shouldn't be an issue. All right, sounds good. We'll send it over. All right. Hey boss, how are you, sir? Yes. I'm in the office today, sir. Yeah, remember Mondays. Those are my days in. Yeah, I'm online. You don't see my green my green circle in our Slack? Yeah, yes, sir. We have an all hands on meeting. Okay. Today, you said today at 5 o'clock? Yeah, of course I'm gonna make that, sir. Yeah, I'll be there on time. Thank you, sir. How am I gonna make all those meetings? No, I won't. The second is lack of transparency, right? We're talking about no type of process when it comes to buying, selling, investing. And then the third is just pushy sale tactics. We're talking about putting commissions over people. And then the fourth is over-promising and under-delivering.
Yo, it's your girl, Six Figures Sally. Of course, I'm gonna get you the biggest house at no money down.
So in short, we have one rule of thumb. 80 is not here. Thank you. We have one rule of thumb. Stop hiring your cousins,
Your colleagues.
and these crazies.
And to be honest with you guys, the reason why we say that is that if you have a professional relationship with somebody, it's easy to terminate that. Your cousin, you gotta see them at the cookout.
Now your cousin knows about your credit. Let's just avoid that. Let's stop making bad decisions. All right, we've made it halfway through the video.
We must be doing something right.
I love that. Okay, so clearly we've been showing that we've been doing this on a high level, and if you need proof, here are the terms of people that we've helped all the, okay. All right, you get the point. Now, of course, if you're liking the video, go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe, okay? But if you need help, go in the description box below and get on our calendar to get a discovery call, because you just might have a question, you might want to understand something a little bit further. We're here to support you. Okay? No question is weird or silly.
Yep.
We love to hear you out. Okay? Let's get on back to that show. All right, so we've gotten that all out of the way. We get it there that all real estate professionals are not created equally. Now the silver lining, how can you find a good one?
Yeah, so the very first thing we would suggest is actually meeting this person. And that could be physically, that could be virtually, and you want to understand their process. You just don't want them to sell you that, oh, I'm good, I'm great, I'm trustworthy, right? And during that process, during that call meeting, you're listening to what are they saying? What are they not saying? And where are they continuing to repeat?
But most importantly, do they know the process of buying or selling a home?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Details, okay? And do they have established work hours? Established. Like, for us, for instance, it's 9 to 7. The reason being is because we do those additional 2 hours is because you guys tend to work 9 to 5 and we want to make ourselves available to you guys. And then after 7, it's text.
Yeah, that's correct. And then the next is, do they have a understanding of the local area that you're looking at? Real estate is still very local, right? What's the grocery store? What are certain neighborhoods, right, that you want to be in?
Like, for instance, we built this entire catalog because we get a lot of people from out of town that are coming into the DMV area for obvious reasons. It's DC. And then, of course, referrals. Ask for referrals. New real estate professionals. You should have a place where your referrals are located so that people can not just go off of what you say, but actually can verify that you actually have done what you have done. And then, of course, the big one.
Lastly, how do they get compensated?
Yes.
Yes, this has to be clear, it has to be transparent, make sure this is understood so there are no surprises.
Oh, bonus. This is a little hack here. A vendor list. Make sure that you have your vendor list, which is your lenders, your attorney, your title, your home inspector, your contractor. Those are the people that you can actually use to be able to help to make your transaction for your client easier. So you can call these people quickly, make those relationships, and your client can get through the transaction way easier. But now we're going to talk about why still real estate professionals are important.
So why are agents still very important? Let's talk about the very first, which is just contract and legal protection. Would you go to a court of law without a lawyer? No. So you wouldn't buy a house without a good agent. So you think about all of the legal paperwork. Buying a home is one of the most expensive things you're ever going to do, right? And without good representation, it can cost you thousands of dollars or even your home. So you want somebody to be able to ensure that you're going to complete this transaction.
And then there's advocacy and protection of your best interest. Real estate is not just about the numbers. It's also about strategy. So making sure that you actually have someone in your corner that is representing your interest. This is not something that you can just DIY. A lot of people say, oh, I'll just go to the seller. Yeah, that's a great idea. It really is. However, know this. When you go directly to the seller's job is to represent the seller's agent's job is to represent the seller's interest and not you. So ultimately you just become a customer and you're just dealing with whatever they give you. So it's all about having someone who's going to advocate for your best interest and your needs.
Navigating the process from start to finish. Real estate, when transacting, right, whether you're buying or selling, there are a lot of moving parts. I'm talking about the listing agent, the buyer's agent, the seller, the buyer, home inspector, title company, lender. There's so many parties involved, and you need somebody to be able to manage all of that until the very end. So like I liken it to, you know, if you wanted to fly a plane, right? Could you fly a plane by yourself? I guess you could learn how to fly a plane, but wouldn't you want to have an experienced pilot guide you throughout the process? Think of that as a real estate agent, somebody to ensure that all of the moving parts allows you to get towards your end goal, which is selling or buying.
And finally, honestly, working with the right representation matters, but not just from a time, but a stress management perspective. You have so much going on at home. This is a family. A lot of times we're dealing with people who are expanding, traveling, military missions and orders, divorces. There's so much going on personally. The last thing you need to do is talk about the latest addendum. You need someone that's going to be able to handle the stress, the time, and care for you throughout this entire process. So that is why having someone in your corner, not just from the representation part, but also the time and stress management perspective as well. All right, I hope this video has helped to gain understanding, respect the real estate industry a little bit, and then after that, restore some trust. That's what all this is really about. We got off track a bit, but nationally, there's some great organizations that are really finding their way back, and I'm super excited for our industry and what the future holds.
Yeah, a real estate agent is an asset, right? Not a liability or expense. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna take a little bit of work from you, right? To be able to find the right person, right? You wanna find the person who's gonna advocate for you, the person who's gonna get you results, mm-hmm. the person who really has a heart of service.
I agree with
right?
that. I agree with that.
We got you. Like Amanda said, we're here to help you do that.
Yeah, and also, don't forget, if you need somebody, we're all over the country, okay? We have great relationships with the best people all over the country. Did we mention we're top 1%, just in case you need to see the receipt? Top 1% in the United States of America. America the brave. Home of the free. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm getting on a tangent. I'm hungry. So with that being said, reach out to us. I also want to hear your comments. Comment on any part of this video, but also if you've ever had a bad experience with an agent. Do not say their names because it will get deleted. Just tell your story because I want to hear that.
And don't name their companies either.
Don't name their companies because I will delete it.
Yes.
Okay.
So again, guys, thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, share it with somebody, right? Give us a like and also subscribe so we can continue to bring you more phenomenal content.
And one last note, new agents. See, this is an opportunity to learn. And when you launch your real estate professional career, because that's what it is. It's not deals, it's a career. When you launch your career, you're like, okay, how can I approach this differently? Okay, that's MIT.
Yes, and we are real estate
made easy just for you.
Bye, guys.